wanna be the man, you gotta beat the man. And I'm saying, woo, right here.
Welcome back to the channel where the art is always random and so am I. Today we're looking into Mortal Kombat, the combat with mortals where mortals fight combat into gods and combat into other mortals and so on. You've probably heard about the game or you've played the games growing up or at least know about it from the logo. It's one of the biggest fighting games in the world and has been around for over 20 years or probably 25 by now, who knows. So before we get started, like, comment, and subscribe to help me reach 700 subscribers. And now kind of like to the video. I'm going to give it a quick review without giving you spoilers, just a few quick things that I like and disliked about the movie without getting too into details. And there will be a spoilers video coming soon, which will be in depth about specific parts I hated about the movie. So yeah, Mortal Kombat the movie is a hit or miss depending on who you ask. The premise of the movie is the bad guys have won 9 Mortal Kombats in a row, and if they win the 10th one, they can conquer Earth. So of course the heroes have been chosen to defend the Earth in a tournament. I personally didn't think it was horrible because I set my expectations very low. After all, it is a video game movie, and you know, the movies are kind of always bad, so why do people expect masterpieces from it? I have a few things I really like about the movie and a few things that I completely hate about the movie, so let's get started. Like I said, I'll try to avoid spoilers, but some stuff might happen. So first of all, one of the things overall everybody agrees on, Kano's character is great. He's a sleazy mercenary who only cares about money, and if you pay him enough, he will do anything necessary to get paid. His character, every scene shines, and stands out above everybody else. He has charisma, he's funny, he's smart, he's, you know, overall a guy you would hate, basically. I was gonna say a guy you love, but you love to hate because he's just that funny and creative. Anyways, it's Mortal Kombat, so you shouldn't expect much character development, but in the video games they were very well thought out, and here it seemed kind of rushed besides Kano. I like Sub-Zero and Scorpion, which are basically like the highlight of the movie besides Kano. Everyone's favorite who have never really gotten deep into Mortal Kombat, they always use Sub-Zero or they always use Scorpion. The fighting is great between them and they get to use their moves and all that. My problem is that this is kind of like I don't really like their outfits. I think they should have stood more to the original where there was just like the vest and everything. But it is a realistic movie, so they try to switch it up and try to make it like armor and stuff. But other than that, I don't know. I just wish they would have started off with those and then just, I guess, added them on later on. Like I said, they are based off the future games, but I think they should have made them look like the originals, just not as realistic, or a little bit more realistic instead of the cushion vest like the video games. And another thing I disliked is that the ancient temples and stuff like that aren't very, like, otherworld vibes, as you could, whatever that makes sense. Because you know how I mean, like in the video games, everything looked like a completely different universe, a completely different world and realm. And then here it's just like, okay, congratulations, they're in the desert and they're just chilling. It looks like Earth, and it shouldn't look like that. If you ever played the games, every single place looked creepy, unique, and like an apocalypse, and just random people dying all over the place. So I really didn't like that, how they just made it look like a desert with monks. And before I end the review, I just want to say the ending was great, but the scenes before that were kind of super rushed, and like, I really hated that part. So kind of like spoiler, but not really. So near the end of the fights, like there's just everything's rushed. It's sort of like a WWE type style where they just throw a random character in for the good guy to beat up in a few seconds, and they call it a day. So it's kind of really bad that they did that. And also the main character is an OC, an original character that they made up just for the movie. He's kind of very bland and the most generic person you could think of. Oh my god, I gotta take care of my family and he's having a bad time. Whoop-de-doo. We've seen that in every single other movie. And then at the end, he just finds his powers because of friendship and love. And also here, the movie doesn't really have a tournament. It's more of just like random fights here and there in between, which kind of boring because the whole point of Mortal Kombat is literally a tournament. So that was kind of boring, but overall it's just, it is what it is. Like, even if I did spoil a little bit for you guys, it's really not that like important of a movie. If you are going to watch it, don't go to theaters, get HBO Max. It's like $14-15, but don't get it for this movie. I'd suggest you I suggest you watch Godzilla vs. Kong. Go watch that instead. Get it for that, and then this could just be a little movie on the side. Like I said, it's not horrible, but it's not great. If you're a super diehard fan of Mortal Kombat, you'd probably give it a 4 out of 10. But if you're a casual, you'll probably give it a 7 out of 10 because it is enjoyable-ish, kind of, if you completely forget everything about Mortal Kombat. But overall, you know, it was it was decent. It wasn't the greatest move I've ever seen, or the worst one at that. So yeah, I personally give it like a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10. It's watchable. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Help me get to 700 subs. And I'm out.